Look Outreach is underwritten by the generous support of Munter Enterprises. Family owned and operated since 1972, integrity is important, as our family name is on every project. Our word is our bond. Munter Enterprises. Just build it.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, as you know, we do a lot of interviews here, especially when they're related to community events, organizations, nonprofits, etc. But a name that comes up frequently is the Green Belt Trail. Now, I've interviewed a lot of politicians about this, and a lot of people involved with it, some developers involved with it. And it dawned on us here at Look that maybe we should bring in the person who's really kind of the center of activity for the Green Belt Trail and kind of bring us up to date on the progress. And this is Tina Carton, who is Sustainability Coordinator. Welcome, Tina.
Welcome.
Very nice to have you here. Boy, you've been involved in this thing, getting everything from getting grant money to looking at all the different proposals, working with all of the different firms, like the architectural firms and the planning firms, to try to map this out and make it work. That's a pretty big undertaking. On the grant side, you've been pretty successful, haven't you?
Yeah, so in the grant side, just since 2016 is when I started with the city. Mm-hmm. So in the last year, we received $2.67 million from the state, mm-hmm. and we're really excited about it. Yeah. We got money through the Department of Environmental Conservation. Mm-hmm. They were looking for projects that reduce greenhouse gases, reduce vehicles miles traveled. Mm-hmm. We also received money through the Department of Transportation, mm-hmm. who are looking for really kind of expanding routes and not just looking at vehicles, but looking at transit, making sure that bicycles and walking are accommodated within cities. Mm-hmm. And there's a number of reasons people are interested in that, not just, it really does enhance tourism in a region and enhance businesses. It gets people out of their houses, mm-hmm. and it really makes for healthier people.
Well, you know, as part of urban planning, and this is something you see in a lot of European models, is that cities are quote-unquote walkable cities, right? So, and that means a couple of different things, and we'll get into that. But the whole idea there is to allow people to get out, move around in a safe environment, whether they're walking, pushing strollers, or riding a bicycle. And interestingly enough, and we'll touch on this, it also interfaces with traffic and traffic patterns to secure some of those things that we're talking about in terms of safety. What's the overall mission of the Green Belt Trail?
So the overall mission of the Green Belt Trail is it's going to be a 24-mile trail that goes through the city, really uniting all of the neighborhoods, and then also making sure that they can safely get through the downtown corridor.
Yes, right.
And it provides opportunities to get out in specific neighborhoods. It provides people opportunities if you're a biker or if you're a jogger to go out and really to get some exercise, but it also provides an excellent opportunity to go through downtown, be able to leave your car,
yes, right.
Be able to get out, be able to walk to your destination, mm-hmm. be able to walk back and safely do that.
Right now, the trail that we're talking about would be a dawn to dusk trail, correct?
Yes, it is a dawn to dusk trail.
Yeah, right, that makes sense. And in developing the trail, I know there's some, I guess, technical or structural issues. You know, how wide would the trail be? You know, is it paved? Is it dirt or whatever? And what you come to find out is that over the course of trying to map out this, what did you say, 26 miles?
24 miles.
24 miles. That is a combination of all of that, right?
Well, it's a combination of off-street. So
Yes,
right now, we already have the examples of Railroad Run,
Yes,
which
right.
last year they did a survey, 124,000 users in
Mm-hmm.
1 year. So we have Railroad Run that's off-road, and people feel really safe there. Mm-hmm. Spring Run Trail also had an exceptional amount of users, and that one's an off-road trail. But there are going to be certain sections within the city, from Congress Park to Railroad Run, where the bikes are going to have to be on road, but how are we going to do that safely?
Safely, yes, of course. You know what? And I just want to cycle back on one thing. As you can probably tell, the green areas on this map, and I don't know if you can really see it or not. Okay, there are green areas on the map that are already secured. There are red areas which are in development, and then there are purple areas which are some of the work that they're continuing to do to secure the rights of ways to this
the rights of way, continue
right.
to look for funding and different opportunities.
I want to just talk a bit about Spring Run Trail. Spring Run Trail, by the way, to anybody who knows Saratoga, that's kind of Excelsior. And that has gone through unbelievable change from really empty fields to very, very dense urban center with a lot of apartment complexes. And in that case, that just heightens the need to develop these kinds of trails, because you're going really from, remember, I mean, Excelsior, that area, there's nobody there, you know?
Yeah, so that was the planning staff really had put into play a long time ago, trying to develop that as a really dense urban core, because you want to put the density where we already have the infrastructure.
Yes, of course.
It doesn't create more cost of having to run sewer and water and all of those types of things. It also has a great transit corridor. CDTA, the buses go through there. So it has all those elements that people are really looking for. And in the last year, 334 new units were either approved or being built along that. So all of a sudden you have an area that was fields and really, you know, in a few businesses along there to really a mixed use corridor where there's businesses, but there's also a lot of apartments, a lot of people living.
I can't believe that. You know, when you talk about 300 units, if the average unit has 3 people in it, you know, do the math, and all of a sudden you've got an area that really was a no man's land for so many years is now one of the major urban centers.
And then we even see there's more growth right out at the end that a lot of people don't see, that's by the hotel.
Yeah, sure.
And that section's really
heading out towards exit 15.
Yeah.
Right? Yes, sure. Well, Tina, thank you very much for coming in. You know, I invited Tina in because you hear a lot about the Greenbelt Trail. It has tremendous support in Saratoga. And once in a while you'll hear somebody say, oh, why are they doing that, wasting that money and putting it there instead of someplace else? And quite honestly, you know, the funds are available, whether they're federal funds or state funds. And, you know, the idea there is to make proposals for these grants, get the money here into our community, and enrich the life and well-being of the people who live here. And that's exactly what this is.
Yeah, so we have state and federal money. All the cities are able to try to get that same funds. So it's up to us to try to go after it and secure it. And that's what we did in this case, and we were really happy that we got state and federal funds. We can use them together to really create a perfect project.
The Sustainability Coordinator. I love the title. All right, Tina, thank you.
You know, there have been, and I really have to say, the Saratoga Greenbelt Trail Committee has been excellent on this. The Chamber of Commerce actually just did an event last week. They invited over 200 businesses to a meeting that were along this corridor, including all the way over to Railroad Run. They're trying to make sure that everybody understands what this project is. If they have any questions, feel free to contact me in the city.
Great.
And I'll answer any questions anyone has.
Great. Best of luck with this, Tina.
Oh, thank you.
Very nice to have you. Thanks for coming in.
Sure.
To see this interview again, you can head to our website, looktvonline.com.